السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالته وبركاته. الشباب سنبدأ بعد قليل إن شاء الله هذا اللايف أو هذا المباشر لمراجعة درسين مع تلاميذتي أولى باكلوريا، ويخص هذا الدرسين simple past and the past continuous. المهم معنى الدرسين واضح، لكن يبقى على مستوى practice، على مستوى التطبيق، على مستوى التطبيق. أوكي، في انتظار إن شاء الله زيدوا الإخوان يطلعوا الشباب لكي نبدأ إن شاء الله إن شاء الله اللايف، نبدأ إن شاء الله التطبيق على مستوى درسي the simple past and the past continuous. إن شاء الله الشباب الله يخليكم، يكون شرح الدرس إن شاء الله، إعطاء القاعدة والفورمز وبعد some examples وبعد الأمثلة، ونتواصل عبر الكومنتير كما تسمعوا الشرح ديالي إن شاء الله. ونبدأ إن شاء الله رسميا بعد دقيقة أو دقيقتين نبدأ إن شاء الله التطبيق، ونبدأ إن شاء الله والمراجعة يا شباب. I hope you are doing well. إن شاء الله. شباب so let's start. So يا شباب, I want you to give me, first of all, I want you to tell me about when do we use the simple past, or what is the simple past. I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, Shabab, could you write, please? You give your commands on what is the simple past, or when do we use the simple past? When do we use the simple past, or what is the simple past? This is my question, Shabab. I'm waiting for your commands on. Yes, ya Shabab, what is the simple past? First of all, what is the simple past, or when do we use the simple past? Yes, could you give me a brief definition of the simple past? Yes, ya Shabab. Yes يا شباب. Could you write what is the simple past, or when do we use the simple past? Yes يا شباب. Okay, I'll give you a brief definition of the simple past. The simple past is used to talk about tense that happened or existed before now, which means يا شباب, as we said, that the simple past, we use the simple past when we have a finished action, a completed action. So we use the simple past when the action does not have a relationship with the present. It's finished. It's completed action. It has nothing to do with the present. No relationship with the present. Okay? So Mr. Yusuf Yusuf Labad, the simple past is the most used tense of the in English. It's used to speak actions in the past. Yeah, very good. So we use the simple past to talk about something that happened in the past. Okay? It means, as we said, talk about an action that happened before now. It does not have a relationship at the moment with now. Okay? Good. So this is the definition of the simple past. What you have to know, ya shabab, the forms. Forms are very important, especially in practice. When you want to practice, so you have to master forms. So in the simple past, we have three forms. First of all, affirmative. What is affirmative form, ya shabab? Affirmative form is subject plus verb plus ed. So this is affirmative. This is affirmative form. Affirmative form is subject plus verb plus ed, of course, if the verb is regular. If the verb is irregular, so the form of the verb changes. Okay? For example, with irregular verbs, you have subject plus, for example, the verb speak becomes spoke. So do you see? So we do not add ed to the verb. So the verb changes. It's irregular. Okay? So this is affirmative form. As I said, it's subject plus verb plus ed. Shabab, don't write, please. Don't write. Let's move to negative form. Negative form. Shabab, you have to know well the forms. Okay? Pay attention to the form. You need to know how to use forms, please. Okay? Negative form. Negative form, it's subject plus, in the negative form, so subject plus did not plus verb. So the verb in the negative form in the simple past does not change. The simple past affirmative form, it's subject plus verb ed. This is when the verb is regular. When the verb is irregular, so the verb changes. For example, speak becomes spoke, break becomes broke, lose becomes lost, buy becomes bought. Okay, so the form of the verb changes because it's irregular. Negative form is subject plus did not plus verb. Okay, so let's move to interrogative form. Interrogative form. With the interrogative form, we start with the auxiliary did. Did plus subject plus verb. So this is the interrogative form, ya shabab. In the interrogative form, we start with did. Did plus subject plus verb. The verb is not conjugated. The verb does not change with negative and interrogative form. In the I repeat, in the affirmative form with simple past, it's subject plus verb plus ed. We add ed. This is when the verb is regular. When the verb is irregular, the verb changes. Okay, the verb changes. Speak becomes spoke. Lend becomes lent. Okay, you have to memorize, ya shabab, the list of irregular verbs. What you have to know is that with negative form and interrogative form, the verb does not change. Negative form, subject plus did not plus verb. Interrogative form, did plus subject plus verb. The verb does not change. This is all about the forms of the simple past. Let's move to past time expressions. When do we use the simple past? What are the key words? I will tell you now about the keywords that you can find in a sentence to use the simple past. When we see, ya shabab, yesterday, of yesterday, ago, last, and when we have in, with, for example, 2010. Yes, shabab, when we see yesterday, ago, last, and in with the date in the past. So these are keywords that when we see them in a sentence, we use the simple past. Okay? There is always a keyword in the sentence which shows which tense do we use. So when we see yesterday, ago, last, and 2000 and in with the date in the past, so we use the simple past. These are called, ya shabab, these are called past time expressions. Okay, past time expressions, which means expressions we use, expressions which we use with them the simple past. There is always, ya shabab, there is always, ya shabab, expressions or keywords مفاتيح keywords which help you use a specific. For a specific tense, there are keywords. Okay? So just try to bear it in mind that with the simple past, when we see yesterday, ago, last, and in with the date in the past, we use يا شباب the simple past. Let's work on some examples. Okay, we'll give you some examples. Don't write شباب. Okay, we'll give you some examples and you give me answers. Okay. Number one. شباب, I will give you an example, and the first thing that you have to do is to tell me about the keyword. What's the keyword in the sentence? Then you have to know in which form the sentence is. Is the sentence affirmative, negative, or interrogative? Okay. What about this example, ya shabab? Bob not come yesterday. What's the keyword here? What's the keyword in the sentence? Yes, ya shabab. And which form do we have here? Is it affirmative form? Is it negative or interrogative? Which form is it, ya shabab? Shayma, Ahmad, Yusuf, very good. It's negative form, very good. And in negative form, we have very good, ya shabab. Bob didn't. Shabab, do we say didn't come or didn't came? So since we have not, it's negative, and with negative form, we use subjects plus didn't, and this is what you did. Bob didn't. But what do we, Imad, Hasna, Yusuf, do we say come or came? If you remember the rule of the negative form, but Yusuf, go back to the rule. Come. So we say didn't come and not came, because after didn't there is a verb. We do not conjugate the verb after didn't in the negative form and interrogative form. In the negative form and interrogative form, we do not change the verb. Okay? So we say come and not came. I repeat, negative form. Negative form. It is subject plus did not plus verb. Do you see the form, ya shabab? We don't say came, but we say come. Subject, we have subject, ya shabab, plus did not plus verb. So the verb does not change. Okay? The verb, ya shabab, does not change. We say did not come. If you say I didn't came, it's not correct. Okay? Because the rule says subject plus did not plus verb. It's not verb ed. Okay? In the negative form, the verb does not change. Is it clear, ya shabab? Okay, let's move. Another example, number 2. It's very important to pay attention to the forms. with the simple past. Before you answer, you have to check which form do we have. Is it affirmative, negative, or interrogative? Okay? Another example. What about this example يا شباب? You call Bill last night. Give me the keyword يا شباب and the form. Very good, Yusuf. Very good, Yusuf. It's interrogative. It's interrogative form. Very good, Yusuf. It's interrogative form. سبقان. Do we say you called me last night? I said before, يا شباب, that you have to pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention يا شباب to the form. It's interrogative form. And I said before that negative form and interrogative form, we do not change the verb. Okay? What did we say about the interrogative form? Can someone write the rule? Very good, Marine. Very good, Shabab. Very good, Yusuf. Yes, because in the interrogative form, this is the interrogative rule. We said that it's did plus subject plus verb. Yeah, Shabab. This is the rule. Interrogative form. So we start with did plus subject plus verb. Yes, Hasna, very good. So we say, did you call Bell last night? Okay, ya Shabab? So, ya Shabab, I repeat again. Please pay attention to the forms. When you deal with tenses, especially with the simple past, pay attention, okay? Negative form, interrogative form, the verb does not change. Negative form, subject plus didn't plus verb. The example of now, which is interrogative form, so we start the sentence with did plus subject and plus verb. Another example, ya Shabab, number 3. Example number 3. David visit Fred 2 days ago. Okay. You give me, ya Shabab, you give me the form and the keyword. Very good, Yusuf. It's affirmative form. We don't have a question mark and we don't have not. So it's affirmative. Very good, Si'imad. Very good, Si'imad. It is affirmative. It is affirmative form. It is affirmative. It's affirmative. It's affirmative form. Good. So what's the answer? What is the answer, ya Shabab? Yes, Ma'asab. Yes, Ahmad. Yes, Hisna. Yes, Yusuf. Yes, Shabab. Very good. So the keyword is a go. And since it's affirmative, so we say visited. So we add ed because it is. Yes, Abdul Rahim. Wahab. Very good. David visited Fred. Very good. It's affirmative. Okay, very good. I give you another example. Example number 4. Yes, Shema. Yes, David visited Fred 2 days ago. Yes, very good. Yes, Sumayma. Yes. Yes محمد. Okay. شباب. Okay. Number 4. Tom. Tom يا شباب. By another example يا شباب. Tom buy a house last week. Yes, Hsna, it's correct. Very good, it's affirmative. Very good, Sir Abdurrahim. Tom bought. So do we add ed? Of course no, because buy is irregular. So it becomes bought. So we do not add ed, but it becomes bought. Very good, very good. Okay, I will give you some 3 examples يا شباب for more practice, and we move to the past continuous. Okay, number 1 again. Jamal not Jamal not help Hamid yesterday. Yes يا شباب. What's the answer? Yes يا شباب. You see, didn't. Very good. Free money didn't help. Yes, it's negative. Very good يا شباب. Very good. سعيمات. Jamal didn't help. Siyus, very good. Sir Abdurrahim didn't help. Hasna didn't help. Bilal didn't help. Shayma didn't help. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent يا شباب. So it's negative. This is what we have to do يا شباب. يا شباب, when you deal with the simple past, and this is not just with the simple past, but with all tenses, you have first of all to identify the sentence. You have to identify the sentence. Is it affirmative? Is it negative? Or interrogative? Okay? Because if you don't use the form well and correctly, so you will have 0. Okay? Okay يا شباب. Another example. Go on. You see يا شباب, Bob found Carol last month. Bob found Carol last month. Very good. Yeah, it's interrogative. Yes, yes, Shabab, very good. It's interrogative form. What's the answer? Sir Abdurrahim, you said, do Bob phone Carol? Do we use do with the simple past? Do we use do, yes, Abdurrahim, with the simple past? Yes, Yusuf, did you phone Carol? Very good. Seimad, did Bob? Yusuf, what's the subject? Do we have you? Is the subject you? Seimad, very good. Very good, Seimad. We say, did Bob phone? Yes, did Bob see free money? Do we say, did you? So the subject is Bob and not, yes, did Bob. We don't have you. The subject is not you in this sentence. The subject is Bob. Okay? Very good, Yashab. But do not forget the question mark at the end of the sentence, Yashab. Don't forget the question mark. Okay, Yashab. So, did Bob phone? Did Bob phone? No, not just phone, but we say, did Bob phone Carol last month? You finish the sentence, okay? Good, ya Shabab. Good. So the last example. Idris lent me his bike 3 days ago. Yes, ya Shabab. Yes, Shabab. Yes, very good. It's affirmative form, yeah. Lends. Bilal, do we say lends? Is lends the simple past? Lends. It's the simple present. We talked about the simple past and the three forms. We said that the affirmative form is subject plus verb ed. See that negative form is subject plus did not plus verb. Interrogative form is did plus subject plus verb. Idris lended me his bike 2 days ago. It's Yusuf. Lend. Is it regular or irregular? Hasna. Lend. Imran. Is lend regular or irregular? Is it regular or irregular? Just try to check your list of irregular verbs and check whether is it regular or irregular. Yes, ya Shabab. Abdurrahim, very good. It's lent. So lend, it's an irregular verb. It becomes in the past lent. Okay, it becomes lent, ya Shabab. It becomes lent. Okay, it becomes lent, of course. Okay. Yes. Yes, very good. That's okay, Lent. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, يا شباب. I think it's okay for the simple past. So let's move to the past continuous. So the second part of today's review will be about the past continuous. The past continuous, يا شباب. Okay. The past continuous. Okay. Let's move يا شباب to the past continuous. What is the past continuous? The past continuous يا شباب describes actions or events in a time before now, which means that we are talking about an action in the past before now. Okay, in the past, which began in the past and were still going on. Okay, still going on يا شباب, still going on, still going on when another action or event occurred. Okay. Yes, it's not very good. It's used to refer to an action at a particular time in the past. Very good. So this is the past continuous. This is the definition of the past continuous. This is when we use the past continuous. So let's move يا شباب to the form of the past continuous. What is the past continuous form? Affirmative. The affirmative form of the past continuous, subject يا شباب, subject plus يا شباب, plus was, and we use was when the subject is singular, or plus were if the subject is plural, plus verb. شباب, please يا شباب, let's put too much focus on the affirmative form now. So the affirmative form of the past continuous is subject plus was. So we use was if the subject is singular, or plus were when the subject is plural, plus verb. So in the past continuous يا شباب, we add ing to the verb. The affirmative form is subject plus was or were plus verb. Negative form. Negative form يا شباب, subject plus was or were plus not plus verb. Yes, Yusuf. In the past continuous, the verb takes ing. And as you see, I said that subject plus was or were, we use was when the subject is singular, and we use were when the subject is plural. So the verb takes ing. The verb takes, we add ing to the verbs. And this is يا شباب negative form, plus not, of course. Negative form, subject plus was or were, plus not, plus verb, plus verb. Let's move يا شباب to the interrogative form. Interrogative form. So with the interrogative form, so we start with was or were. Was or were first plus subject plus verb and a question mark. So this is the interrogative. This is يا شباب the interrogative form. It was or were plus subject plus verb. Very good, Yusuf. Okay. شباب, when do we use the past continuous in practice? The past continuous يا شباب has also some keywords. For example, let's talk first about while. So the keyword while is usually followed by the past continuous. Okay? We usually use the past continuous after while. This is the verb that comes after while. So the second verb, you have to choose sometimes between the simple past and the past continuous. Okay, while plus the past continuous with the first verb which comes after while, and then يا شباب you have to choose between past continuous or simple past. شباب, pay attention please. Pay attention يا شباب. So the key word here is while. So we usually use the past continuous after while. Okay? We do not discuss this. This is verb number one, the verb which comes after while. The second verb, you have to choose whether you use the past continuous or the simple past. With the second verb, we use the simple past يا شباب, simple past, when the action or when the verb is short action. Okay? We use the simple past when the verb is a short action. We use past continuous when the verb is يا شباب long action. Very good, Yusuf. What do we mean by short action and long action? شباب, the verb watch. The verb watch يا شباب, is it short or long action? The verb watch, is it short or a long action? Very good, Yusuf. Watching TV. Sometimes you watch a film of 2 hours or 3 hours, which means that it takes time. A long verb or long action, it's an action which takes time. So when I have the verb watch, so it's a long action. Okay? Long action. The verb work. work. The verb work, is it a long or a short action? The verb work, is it a short or long action? Yes يا شباب. Is it a short or a long action? Yusuf, do you know what does it mean in Arabic, walk? It's يتمشى. يتمشى. Is it long or short? سي عماد. Is يتمشى a short action? سي عماد and Yusuf. Is it short or long walk? Walk يتمشى. Yes يا شباب. Is it short or long? Yes, of course. Sibila. Yes, Yusuf. It's a long action. Okay. The verb close. شكرا أستاذ عبد الرحيم. Thank you very much. Long is work is a long action. Close يا شباب. I close the door. I close the window. Is it a short or yes? Thank you very much. It's a short action. Yes يا أحمد. Yes محمد. سيب علي. Yes Yusuf. Yes Shima. Yes Imad. Yes عبد الرحيم. Yes Bilal. Very good. So short or I'm sorry, clause is a short action. Okay. Now يا شباب, let's work on some examples. Let's do some practice. I repeat, I said that why we usually use the past continuous after while. So the verb that comes after while is usually used in the past continuous. The second verb, verb number 2, you have to choose between the past simple or the past continuous. If the action or the verb is long, so we use the past continuous. If the verb is a short action, we use the simple past. I'll give you an example now. Yes. Okay, Shabab. Let's do this example. While I wait for the bus, Paul read newspaper. Okay, let's do this example, يا شباب. So Yusuf, do we say I waiting? So Yusuf, do we say, Si Muhammad Bilali, do we say I waiting, I reading? This is not the past continuous, ya Azizi. No. No, Imad, no. I'm sorry, we don't say I wait. We do not say I wait. What's the rule يا شباب? It's affirmative. And what do we use with the affirmative for? Yes, Sibila. Yes, Muhammad. We say I was waiting. I was waiting. Because the rule says subject plus was or were plus verb. Yes, Yusuf. So you forgot was. Yes. I was waiting. Yes, 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 yes. I was waiting. Shayma, while I was waiting for the bus, Paul was read a newspaper. This is Shayma's sentence. Could you tell me, ya Shabab, about what do you think about Shayma's sentence? Is there any mistake in the sentence that Shayma wrote? Say, Abdul Rahim, there is a mistake. Yes, the first verb is correct. It's waiting. It was waiting. Very good. Because we said that we usually use the past continuous after a while. Yes, he made that pug. Shayma reading. Yeah, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. So Shayma wrote, I was read. Very good. Very good. Ya Shabab, we say very good. Shayma, yes, yeah, yeah. So we say reading. Yes, yes, Mr. Bqal Imad. So we say was reading. Ya Shabab, your attention, please. So we have why. We see that after why, we usually use the past continuous. Excellent. All the answers were correct. You said, while I was waiting for the bus. It's correct, good. Because we said that after a while, we usually use the past continuous. Good, ya Shabab. The second verb is read. Shabab, is read a short or a long action? Of course, it's a long action, read. So reading takes time. In this case, we use, ya Shabab, the past continuous. And your answers are also correct. So we say was reading. Yes, Abdurrahim, it's a long action. So another example. But ya Shabab, just try to think before you answer, okay? Just try to think before you answer. Another example, ya Shabab. Another example, ya Shabab. While I prepare dinner, I'm sorry, it's not Jna, but Jane, open the window. Okay? What's the correct answer, ya Shabab? Yes. In the first sentence, we use yes, ya Shabab. Good. Yes, I was preparing. I will see. I will see. You said yes, was preparing is correct. Was preparing is correct يا شباب. Mr. Sharaf, while I preparing. It's not. Just try to think about it and have a look. Yes, Shayma. Very good, Shayma. While I was preparing, and most of your answers are correct concerning the first sentence. While I was preparing dinner, we said that we use the past continuous after a while. Yeah. Sihmed, you said was opening. Do we say was opening ya shabab? We said, I repeat, we said that after a while we use the past continuous. Okay, good. The second verb, you have to choose between the past continuous or simple past. We said that when the verb is a short action, we use the simple past. When the verb is a long action, we use the past continuous. So in this case, all of you gave the correct answer. Was preparing. Verb number 1, which comes after y. But the second verb is ya shabab, to open. The verb is to open. Is it short or a long action? I mean open. Verb to open. Is it a short or a long action? Yes, ya shabab. Yes, Sharaf. Yes, Hisna. Very good. So the verb to open is, yes, Muhammad, is a short action. So since it's a short action, so we use the simple past. Since it is a short action, we use the simple past, and we say the answer is opened. So we use, ya shabab, the simple past. I will give you, shabab, a very short exercise or some examples to practice. Some 4 examples, and we stop our discussion for today. Okay? Let's do more practice with the simple past and the past continuous. Okay, number 1. Take your time before you answer, ya shabab, okay? Two examples, ya shabab. Ahmed closed the shop yesterday, and while I go to the market, I meet Laura. Very good يا شباب. Very good يا شباب. Most of your answers are correct. But it's useful but and عبد الرحيم وهاب, your answers, I'm sorry, your answers are not correct. Your answers يا شباب عبد الرحيم ويوسف are not correct. We have the simple past and we have with clause we have the simple past and it is the affirmative form. Do we use was before the verb in the simple past? Say عبد الرحيم and say Yusuf. Check the rule, please. Check the rule of the simple past affirmative form. Yes. Example number 2, we say I was going. Very good. Good, Steve Lenny. Good. Good, Hasna. Good, Imad. Yes. Sharafdin, good. So we say I was going. Yes, we say I was going. What about the second verb? Yusuf al-Bat and Abdul Rahim Wahab. Abdul Rahim, yeah, now it's okay. Ahmed closet. We don't say Ahmed was closet because the affirmative form of the simple past just use verb plus ed or okay. C'est Imad, c'est Ahmed, c'est Sharafdin said that the answer was meeting. Is the answer meeting? Shabab, okay. Let's explain. The first verb, your answers are correct. So we say يا شباب was going because we said that we usually use the past continuous after while. But the second verb, you have to choose between the simple past and the past continuous. We use the simple past when the action is short, when the verb is a short action. And we use the past continuous when the verb is a long action. So the example number 2, while I was going to the market. Just try to imagine that you were going to the market. And you meet Laura. Meet. Is it a short or long action يا شباب? Verb to meet. Is it short or long action? Yes يا شباب. Is it a short? You were going to the market and suddenly you met Laura. Yes, it's a short action. Yes, Shayma. Yes, Hisna. Yes, Mr. Imad. It's a short action. But what do we use with short action? Do we use the past continuous as you did? So what do we use? Yes, Abdurrahim, it's a short action. So what do we say? What's the answer? What's the answer, ya Shabab? Yes, Yusuf, it's a short action. So what does it become? Which tense do we use? Do we use the past continuous or the simple past? I want your answers, ya Shabab. Answers, ya Shabab. Yes, it's the simple past because it's a short action. So what does the verb meet become in the simple past? What does it become? Yes, ya Shabab. Yes, met, but with just one T, not double T. Hiba. Not double T, just with one T. Yes. Umayma, one T. Meet is irregular. It's with one T and not double T, okay? Umayma met. Just, okay. Example number 3. Carol leave yesterday. Carol leave yesterday. Ya shabab, you have to memorize the irregular verb list. Yes, ya shabab, yes, it's interrogative form because we have a question mark. Yes, ya shabab. So Abdurrahim Wahab, very good. Did Carol leave yesterday? But you need the question mark, si Wahab. Si Muhammad bin Ali, Carol left. This is affirmative form. And here we don't have affirmative form. We have interrogative form. Your answer is not correct. Sharafdin, did Carol left? Sharafdin. We said that the interrogative form of the simple past is did plus subject plus verb. We do not change the verb. We do not change the verb, see Sharafdin. See Shayma, did Carol leave? Good. Umayma Njari, Carol left. No, Umayma. You are using affirmative form. And here we have interrogative form. Now, did Carol left? Now your answer is not correct. Sharafdin, now your answer is correct. Now it's okay. Now we don't say did Carol left. Did is correct. It's in its place, but left is not correct. Just try to check the interrogative form. Okay? Yusuf, was Carol leaving? Why the past continuous, Yusuf? Why do we use the past continuous? Yes, now, yeah. Did Carol leave? Now it's correct. Now it's correct. Now it's correct. Yusuf, answer is not correct. Your answer, Yusuf, is not correct. Imran, Imad, Bakal, did Carol leave yesterday? Very good. Yes, Umayma. Say, did Carol leave? Now it's correct. Now it's correct. The last example, ya shabab, okay? The last one, okay? The last example يا شباب. While Jane and Bob do their homework, the telephone rang. While Jane and Bob do their homework, the telephone rang. Yes يا شباب. This is the last example. Yes يا شباب. Yes يا شباب. This is the last example. سي محمد بقال. We have the win. Do we use have with the past continuous? حسنا? Are you cheating or what? حسنا? Have the win? How? Check the rule. Shayma Abdullah, very good. Jane and Bob were doing. So we use were because the subject is plural. You have Jane and Bob. So we say were doing. Husna and Umayma, your answers are not correct. While Jane and Bob were doing their homework, the telephone rang. Excellent, Mr. Abdullah. Excellent, Mr. Abdullah. See, Imad, the subject is not we. Subject is Jane and Bob. Anyway, your answer is correct. We're doing, but the subject is not correct. Change the subject, please. Sidna Ali, Jane and Bob were doing. Yeah, it's correct. See, Imad, why they? So we have the subject, which is Jane and Bob. Why do you change the subject? Yusuf, where is your answer? Where is your answer, Yusuf Labat? Good. Now, what do you mean by Clavi? Now, we're doing. Jane and Bob were doing. Yes, Umayma. What about the second? What about the second verb? Rang. The verb rang. Is it short or long? The verb rang. Is it short or long, يا شباب? Yes, يا شباب. Short action. Yes, very good. Rang. They were doing their homework. Were working, doing their homework. The telephone rang. So the action is sudden action. So it's short. Yeah. And we say, so the verb rang is irregular. So it becomes, what does it become? What does it become? The verb rang in the past becomes rang. Okay, يا شباب? Shabab, do you have any question before we stop our meeting? Yes يا شباب. Do you have any question يا شباب؟ هل لديكم سؤال؟ Do you have any question يا شباب؟ Is it clear يا شباب? Is the simple past and the past continuous clear now? I mean practice how to use the simple past and the past continuous in sentences, in exercises. Is it correct now? شباب, do you have any question? Do you have a question يا شباب? Do you have any question يا شباب? Is it clear? Okay. Before we stop, students who have any question, I am here to answer. Is it clear يا شباب? Yes. Very much. Thank you very much. So welcome شيماء. This is how we write match. شيماء, okay? This is how we write match. سي يوسف, سي عبد الرحيم, ميمة, شيماء, سي حماد, سي محمد, سي عماد. Is it clear يا شباب? This is how we write thank. Now, this is how we write thank. Okay يا شباب? So, شباب, thank you very much for your hard work, and I hope you have understood well how to deal with the simple past and the past continuous in your exercises. And thank you very much. I wish you يا شباب the best of luck. Good luck يا شباب. See you tomorrow at school with a great energy for hard work. Okay. Thank you very much. So welcome سي عبد الرحيم. Okay. شباب, شكرا على تتبعكم. أتمنى لكم ليلة سعيدة. I wish you peaceful, happy nights, peaceful nights, peaceful dreams. أراكم غدا إن شاء الله في الثانوية مزيدا من العمل والعطاء يا شباب لتحسين عملكم في اللغة الإنجليزية إن شاء الله، ونحن معكم من داخل المؤسسة وخارجها إن شاء الله لتحسين إن شاء الله عملكم، لمساعدتكم على العطاء أكثر وأكثر إن شاء الله، مزيدا من العطاء يا شباب. أراكم غدا إن شاء الله في الثانوية وبمزيد من العطاء. استودعكم في الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه. ليلة سعيدة. I wish you the best of luck and bye bye. See you tomorrow يا شباب. باي باي.